Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I am Devlog and I wanna show you my Metroidvania project I started working on in Unity a few days ago. The project has no name or story yet, but I will figure something out later. I'm sure I don't need to explain what Metroidvania actually is, but for someone who wouldn't really know, simply it's an open world platformer with locks and keys mechanic. One of the best examples is Hollow Knight, so if you haven't played it yet, I recommend it. I just bought it yesterday finally and it's awesome. Anyway, back to my project. In platformers, it's really important to make basic movement right, because that's the core of the game and controls must feel responsive. If it's not good, you cannot save it with nice graphic or story, and I will try my best to do so. I use a new input system in Unity. It's a bit more complicated than the older one, but it's worth learning. Creating different controls for keyboard or gamepad is then much easier. I started with basic movement for the player, left and right, and of course I added something like gravity to it because I don't want to use the built-in physics system. It causes more troubles than it solves. I was thinking about slopes, but in the end I dropped that idea and rather stay with flat platforms. It will be much easier to deal with and a lot less graphic styles for me to do. This temporary character can jump, and the height of the jump depends on how long you hold the button. I managed to implement the so-called Chaoti time, that is a small window of time for the player to press the button and jump, even though he is no longer on the ground. Did you see that? I was no longer on the platform, but it still did the jump. And just like there is Chaoti time, there is also something like buffer time. This means that player can press the button several frames before the character is on the ground, and the character will still jump, because it's terribly annoying when you press the button a little early and nothing happens. This is difficult to show, but it's there. My idea is that the player will gradually unlock different skills or abilities in the game, for example such as double jump. So our character can jump or double jump to reach higher platforms or jump over longer distances. Another unlockable movement option is quick horizontal movement, also known as dash. You can use it in combination with jump or double jump to reach normally unreachable areas or use it in combat. Another option is wall jump and Wallslide, which adds more variety of movement, and it gives the opportunity for more challenging platforming areas. But I'm not sure if we'll end up in the game because it changes the gameplay a lot. But for now it works reasonably well, and we'll see in the future. There are of course enemies in the game. Our first enemy just moves left and right, no advanced AI. He moves until he hits a wall or the ground ends before him, nothing special. Our character can of course attack him, for now with just a basic attack, but I plan to add more different attacks or more weapons. You can use this attack in all 4 directions. The downwards attack is only possible in the mid-air, and a successful hit will slightly push the player up, so he can use it as leverage to higher places or just to not fall down and so on. This is very useful mechanic in a lot of games and I like it. On the contrary, the enemy after being hit is slightly pushed back or he stops moving. Usually the world in Metroidvanias is divided into separate screen boxes, so it was necessary to make transition between those screens. For now it's just a simple fade to black and moving the character into right position. It works just fine, but I still need to figure out how to do the vertical transitions. It is a little more complicated for the upward direction, but that will be my task for next time. Another thing I managed to do was parallax background movement. Looks good to me, and I believe it will look even better with better graphics. But for now I'm mainly focused on functionality rather than looks. So everything that you see, it's just temporary and for Devlog's purpose. And I need to find the right style for the game. It will be pixel art for sure, it's easy to draw, but that's everything I know. Maybe we'll see in the next devlog what I come up with. As you can see, there is a horizontal platform that also works and moves right and left. You can jump on it, or you can also jump through the bottom. I have some problems with the vertical one. The movement is a bit jittery. I think it's because of the pixel perfect camera and it does not move precisely pixel after pixel. Anyway, this is it. That's all I have for you in today's short devlog about my Metroidvania project. I hope you liked it, and be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I release the next one. And I see you there. Bye!